Good morning, afternoon and evening, my crazies. My name's Angela, I'm the Crazy Poppy Lady, and welcome back to this week's Whips, Bits and Chat. I think it's 121. Far too many. Come on, let's go and see what I've got up for you this week. Right, so I hope you guys are all doing beautifully today. The weather in the UK this week has been pretty up and down and happy and sad and rainy and sunny. So it's been a complete dolly mixture. So some time, of course, was spent recording videos for you this week. So let's get on with the ones that I've already posted for you for your video roundup, so that if there's one or two that you may have missed, then of course you can hit the I button that is up here, and that will take you through to the ones that you choose to watch. And if you could do me a big fat favour when you've watched any videos, if you could hit that thumbs up and maybe even leave me a comment in the description box, I would be ever so thankful. Right, but anyway, let's get away from that bit that I hate doing and let's get on with the video roundup. Okay, so let me see, where are we? That was it. On Monday we had the first video go in, which was how well do you know me. Now this one is a giveaway, so make sure you pop your comments in the comment section underneath the video to make sure that you have an entry. Now remember, you don't have to know a great deal about me, just put in whatever you like. It's all about the giggle at the end of the day. If someone puts in a really sarcastic, cheeky comment, that sort of means that they'll still be entered anyway. Okay. The next video up was a yarn order unbagging, and that was from our secret yarn stash. They're on holiday at the moment. No, she came off holiday yesterday because this video comes out on Sunday, and she comes off holiday on Saturday. So guess who's going to put an order in? That's if she's got any stock left. Then the next video up was the first attempt at dyeing cotton. How bad can it be? Not a tutorial. Now this one was really fun and I absolutely loved it. I set it up as a preview. I think, is it preview? Or, well, basically I set it up so that when it went live we could all chat, and we could have a little chat down the side of it as it was playing. It was really lovely to have your interactions as the video was going on. Thank you ever so much to those who were able to join me on that. Now on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, there is the reveal on those yarns. So of course, make sure you have checked out and bookmarked your preview, and so that it reminds you that the video is going live, so you can join in with the rest of us chatting about the yarn and taking the mickey out of the colourways that ended up being produced. The next video up was the book review. Now this is the official Harry Potter Crochet Wizardry by a lady called Lee. I've still got it here. It's this one. So if you want to have a nose a bit closer at the patterns in this book, make sure you click on the I button up there. Right, the next video out, yeah, there was another one. It's the Throwback Friday. This is number 71. This is Christmas patterns and other Christmassy stuff. We've got a few more of the Christmas set left to go on the throwback. Once we've done that, we might have a week or so off of the throwbacks because I haven't recorded any more yet. And also on Tuesday evening, I sneaked in with a live. Thank you ever so much, everybody, that joined for that. That was really lovely to see you all and speak to you all in real time, rather than waiting for messages to ping backwards and forwards. And that was it. I gave you yesterday off because I wanted yesterday off as well because it was my birthday. And at the moment it's Friday, so I don't know if I know I'm getting a cake because my daughter's kicked me out of the kitchen 2 days in a row now so that she can make me a cake. If it's safe to show you, then I will add a picture in a few moments. Right, okay, so let's talk about my very first attempt at dyeing yarn. I've never dyed anything before, not even a t-shirt as a kid. Yes, I did take home ec, but after sewing my school uniform to the fabric using the sewing machine, the teacher decided I might not be too safe. And then when it came to dyeing, I think I bashed the table or something and the dyes went everywhere, and so she just looked at me and went, no, you just go and do something in the corner safe. I was not very good at home ec. I was not very good at the cooking side of it. The textiles, I was always burning myself. The textiles, I did end up making a cup. It was meant to be a cozy. We were meant to be making like a teapot cozy using the sewing machine. But as I said, I got banned. So I got given a needle and thread and told to go and make an egg cup, an egg cozy to sit on the top of a cup. So I did make one. And from what I can remember, it was properly shaped and an egg would have fitted in it, and it had a fried egg as the emblem on the front, and I'd hand sewed it. My teacher said that my hand sewing was immaculate. She couldn't really see the stitches because at that point in time my glasses weren't the glasses that I had, and my eyesight were really strange. So if I took my eyesight off, my glasses off, and only had one eye open, it was like I had my own natural magnifying glass. So when I was sewing, yes, the tongue was sticking out, and I'm like that. And the stitches were so small you couldn't actually see them. So the teacher was quite shocked with that, and I think I actually got a grade for a piece of work in that lesson. That's not too bad. But then of course we did woodwork. Yeah, I got a couple of black nails where I kept smacking myself. The teacher said I was not to use the lathe in any way, shape or form. And when we went on to doing we did woodwork and metalwork, and we had to make a little boat, a land boat. And I actually did alright in that one. I didn't damage myself too much. I didn't have a lot to cut up. And if I did, it was under supervision. So my hands got to stay out of the way. So I didn't cut myself or anything on that. But yeah, it was so that me and doing stuff at school was dangerous. Even down to giving me a pen, the ink would go everywhere. So yeah, most of the time I wrote in pencil. I still do. But yeah, so that was in regards to the hand dyeing. This is the yarn dyeing, which of course was 100% cotton, or a cotton and acrylic mix in that video. I was like a little kid because I'd never done it before, not even down to tie-dyeing a t-shirt. Talking of tie-dyeing a t-shirt, of course I did let my daughter use the leftovers. Now she grabbed a t-shirt that a top that we'd recently bought, so we know it fits, and it only cost us a couple of quid. We went to Primarché or Primark, as some call it, depends on if you want to call it a posh name or not. But we popped into Primark and grabbed some basic t-shirts. So I've said to her, asked her, I should say, if I can show it, and she said yes. Now she'd done some weird and wonderful lump of fabric. By the time she finished, it was a lump of fabric, and hold on, let's start from the beginning. We put it in the washing machine. We took it out of the washing machine. I didn't put it on a heavy spin on my washing machine, so we took it out of the washing machine. I left her to fold it however she wanted, roll it, twist it, whatever. So she did all that, because of course she's 17, so she doesn't need supervision and guidance too much. So I left her to do that. I gave her a tray with a mesh on top, sort of the one that you'd stick your toast in under the grill. Put that down, and then she started dyeing. So when I went back out, it did look like a hot mess of colour, and she was like, I don't know if it's gone through to the middle. I don't know if it's gone through to the back. She's gone, I turned it over and just added more dye on the other side. She went, but it was fun. It was about 25-30 minutes worth of sitting there or standing there doing it. So once that was done and it was left for the length of time it needed to be left for, it got stuck back in the washing machine. Oh, pants. I've just put a white load on and I hadn't cleaned them. Put a wash between. I might have multicoloured undies soon. Oh well. That's the way it goes, isn't it? But this is her top now that I'm going to show you. Now this is the back, which I think is quite cute in a weird and wonderful way. Okay. Now the front is this way round. So there's the front. But I don't know if any of you are picking up. I'm going to hold this as still as I possibly can. She's only gone and drawn a picture in the ink. Let's bring it up. You're looking at the blue section on this side here. Look, she's done the flipping Cheshire Cat in blue. Can you see it? I'm going to hold it there and hope for the best. Let's bring it up a bit closer. Look, Cheshire Cat. How? She's bat crazy. And basically when we opened it up we were like, whoa, Cheshire Cat. And then we've been picking out other bits and pieces in the design that's on there, saying, oh well, this looks like this and this looks like that, because we like making things out of clouds as they fly, or used to when they were nippers. We'd watch the clouds go past and make things up with the clouds. And of course now we're doing it with her tie-dye. So I've said to her I might go and get her some like black pens, fabric pens, and then she can sit there and draw something else over the top of the dye on the t-shirt. But it's a case of going out and getting them, isn't it? And this week's been busy. Right, so what have I been up to this week? Let me think. Monday. What was I doing Monday? Housework probably, and crochet. Tuesday, housework and crochet. And then of course on a Wednesday I got to talk to you guys during the premiere for the dyeing video. Now remember, there is the second part of that coming out this coming Wednesday. It will also be a premiere, so I'll be sitting down chatting to you as it's going. I can't wait to see your reactions to how the colours came out. Whether they all came out in the wash, whether they all turned brown, whether they'd mixed so much, or whether I actually got some half decent colourways in yarn that I and cotton basically that I will work with and use, because of course it's not like I can sell it on, is it? Because I can't get the certifications and stuff for the dyes. So for this set of experiment, it's all mine, and I've got one more packet of coloured powder, so I may do another dye video. Is it something that would interest you, and would you like to watch it? Because it could be something that I do up the office on a live. That might be fun. Or I might just do what I've done this time round and dye it and cut out all the boring bits of me walking backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. So whichever option, stick it in the comment section down below. Now of course I am itching to show you the yarn, but because I've got that second video coming out, I don't want to spoil it for any of you. Okay, so that's why I'm just winding you up about how the colours turned out. But I will show it to you again on next week's a Whip Spits and chat, and probably during a live as well if we do one during the week. It wouldn't, if we do one on a Tuesday night as normal, I won't be showing it you there because you may not have actually seen the video when you come to join us on the live. I will just wind you up about it a little bit more. Now on Wednesday I went up the office with hubby, carried on going, finishing off the engraving job that he's got on at the moment. And whilst I was there, I was like, this place is a pigsty. It's worse than my crafting room. So I started cleaning on and off for 4 hours, on and off, because it was a case of moving everything, hoovering and placing it back nice and neatly. But once finished, there's only 2 sections of the office now that need his attention. The toilet, I'm not cleaning it, I refuse. No, done it last time I was up. And his little office area. But everything else has been cleaned and tidied up, and I found about 15 bones up there that are Liam's that he likes to hide around the place, just in case we decide to take them off him. So he hides them strategically in places, whether it be to trip us over in the middle of the floor or off to one side. There's always bones floating around, so now there's a massive pile of them by his bed, because he even has a bed under the table there. That boy is spoiled. Well, while I was also there in between, because I had to keep taking rest breaks because of course my back and energy levels, I carried on going with the Benedict the Shrew pattern, because of course, there we go. Oh, wrong way. That one there. That little guy there. Because of course the balls of yarn are really small, so I only need to take 2 up the office at a time because I'm still working on the mouse himself. So I completed the head. Look how cute. Look at little nose. No ears yet though. That's a bit that scares me, putting them in the wrong place. But it does tell you in the book where they're meant to be positioned, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so we got the head. I haven't stuffed it, but that is the body, which is a really strange one as well, because as you're making it, one side sticks out more, so he's got a little pot belly, as you can see there, hopefully. That's the side view, you see, of him there. So this decreasing section drove me insane, because I was doing it in the evenings when I was half asleep. Not the best time for me to be working out how many stitches, and I kept reading the wrong bit of the pattern, because it's the decreasing side of it is done. It's not done as a regular pattern where you'd I don't know, say you're like when you increase 2 stitches, you do an increase, then 2 stitches, increase 2 stitches, next row up 3, 4, 5. When it came to decreasing, you was doing a decrease 3, decrease 4 maybe, decrease 5, decrease 4, decrease 3, all on the same row. So I'd do a bit, forget where I got to, and then look at the wrong line completely. So the amount of rows I ended up undoing because my count was so off was unbelievable. It got a little bit easier though when it came to doing his little arms. So there's his little arms there. But again, I mucked up. I didn't read the pattern fully, which is why this one has extra strands hanging off. That was basically to remind me that when I'm speaking to you, to tell you to read the pattern in full. Because I did all the stitch work and then I cut off the yarn. And then I carried on reading the section underneath that said a couple more rows. And I was like, really should read it. So, 2 matching arms. And then last night I attempted to work on the feet. Look at that, it's getting there. I've still got the leg to do. There's a lot of shaping that's involved in the leg, so that's why I ended up putting it down, because it was late as well. So that is his little foot. Now I was doing really well with this and I was so chuffed when I was at the office. until I looked at my bag of yarn, or my bag of cotton, and I was looking at the greens, which are the 3 in this corner, because I thought, well, this is getting a bit complicated. Let's make his hat, let's do something. No, I'm fine. Because last night I looked at it and I looked at that brown and thought, oh, pants, I've made him up completely with the wrong colour. But it's okay, I've just realised that the brown is for the hat, so I haven't got to stress anymore. Oh, I was going to make 2. I don't need to now. Oh gosh. Yeah, definitely one of them weeks where the brain is not working. Oh, nearly forgot. If you hadn't had a chance to watch the live this week, I actually have a discount code set up over on my Ravelry shop at the moment that will give you 10% off of all of the patterns on the store if you use the word gift in capital letters. I've got it just here for you. Okay, now there is a proviso on that. If you plan to buy the Pops Baby hat and blanket set, or the Biddy hat and baby set, or the Cheeky Monkey hat and poncho set, don't add them with that discount code included, because the discount code wipes off the discount 50% off of the hat pattern that you could get if you were buying those as sets. Okay, you can buy them individually, but if you're buying them as sets, you're going to automatically get a 50% off of the hat, which will save you more money in the long run than if you use the 10% off voucher. But if you're planning to, say, get the jumper or any of the other patterned blankets, or of course the Pride bucket hat, those patterns have the 10% off. Okay, but make it 2 orders if you're buying either the Pops, the Biddy or the Cheeky Monkey sets. Sorry for the confusion on that. I just don't know how to set it so that it doesn't do that. So I thought it would be best to warn you first. Right, so I'm actually recording this on my birthday. Haven't had enough to drink yet, so I'm still safe. I'm on fruit juice on its own, no alcohol in it. So, cheers! Right, okay, so I thought I'd give you a little bit of a catch up. My daughter made my birthday cake. She's 17 now. She's got one of these spray devices, so that when she does cakes, she can do some amazing designs on it, airbrushing them. So here we go. I'm just having a nose. Here is my birthday cake. That's right, she's made me a ball of yarn and she's tie-dyed it, or basically free painted it, so it's in pinks and purples. I will now add up some clearer photographs for you. Now, my husband asked me for a list this year for my birthday because he never knows what to get me. So I sent him one item, which is this thing hiding in this blue case. Now, there is a bit of a funny story to this one. He asked me last week, I sent it to him last week, he put the order in last week, and he got Prime, and of course he can get next day delivery on it, so he slapped a next day delivery tag on it. And then he got a message the next day going, can't deliver it until later on in the week. And he's sitting there and he's like, gonna be in trouble if they don't arrive. Yeah, so yesterday being Friday, while I was bringing in the washing, he came to tell me a little confession. He was planning a surprise party, but of course, because it's August, guaranteed not giving people notification, and of course it's normally the week when everybody goes on holiday. Same every year. So we had one couple that were like, yeah, we'll tip up for a barbecue. They took their COVID test. The husband's got COVID. So they phoned up and they're like, we ain't giving it to Ange. That's a present we don't want to give her. Thankfully. So party got cancelled. Barbecue got cancelled. And hubby had to come out and admit it. And also admit that the present might not be there first thing in the morning along with my card. because it still hadn't arrived. So I'm just like, oh well, that's how it goes. So this morning we all get up, we all get washed, get dressed. I was too busy crocheting to pay any attention to them saying, get in before the youngest because she's going to be washing her hair. She loves her showers. So when I got in, it was lovely and hot. Start washing my hair. It goes Baltically cold. I hadn't even rinsed out my hair, let alone the conditioner. So I'm there having a freezing cold shower thinking, please let my limbs still carry on working. But it was alright. It was quite refreshing. And then we popped out and we went to Gloucester. And Gloucester Docks had a market on, which has lots of arts and crafts, cakes, toffees, sweets, treats, food, jewellery, lots and lots of decorative items as well. So we had those around there. Hubby came back with a bottle of toffee flavoured something or other. But I tell you what, it does smell really, really nice. So I'm going to be drinking that in a second. I nearly forgot. You're all sitting there going, so what's in it then, Ange? Well, it's not. Right. Hubby seemed to think that this was a medieval torture device, but it's not. I've finally got something I can wind cakes on. Not cakes, sorry, hanks on. So it arrived this afternoon. I'll put that back when I can remember how it goes. Oh, look at the picture. Yes, I wound some. So it's already been in use. What am I on? 300 grams? I've got some 20s, I've got some 50s, and I've got 100. So I thought, well, what I can do is I can test to see how much I can spin on it. Or hang on it, I should say. So there we go. That's 100 all ready to go for the next lot of tying experiments. There is another one of these hiding somewhere. This is the 500. And then, of course, these are not 500. That's the 100. That might be a 25 then. I'm all confused, but basically I've got a load. Loads and loads. Get out the way a minute. Oh, falling down there. Yeah, there we go. So there's a 50 and two 25s. So 100, 50, two 25s and 5 20s. Do you think I'm going to have enough dye left in those little packets? If you don't know what I'm talking about, remember the I button. That will take you through to my first experimenting at dyeing. And yes, I've got to use those other pouches up anyway, so I'm going to have a go in a couple of days and show that to you in a few weeks' time. Now for the best bit of today's video, which of course is your photos. We have a small collection from our cheeky Sabrina, who has decided she's going to play catch up. And crikey, hasn't she just? Go on, let's have a look at these images of her squares from weeks 22, 23, 24, 25. Could there be a week 26 as well? Right, so that is it for me for today. I'm going to head off and carry on going with that little mouse, or of course possibly play with some birthday presents. I don't know what I got yet. You lot do, but I didn't when I recorded this. Right, so I'm going to head off now. I will see you all really, really soon, so please remember to stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Bye everybody.